Hey guys, this is Maker of Beauty, Olechka. I'm here to show you a couple of the things that will help you with finding your files on your laptop quickly, and also will show you what you can do or how you can unzip all of your folders all at once. This tutorial is specific to laptop and PC users. If you are either on mobile or if you're a Mac user, the steps would be very different for you. So I just wanted to call that out right away. So tonight I was downloading a whole bunch of the stuff from Design Bundle, and I'm ready to organize them, right? But prior to that, I've also downloaded a whole bunch of the files, and I typically download to my download folder. This is my laptop that I use for work. I use for my groups thing, right? I use it for my crafting stuff. And so many times I'll end up having a whole bunch of the subfolders. And then within those subfolders, I have subfolders, right? And I'll be moving things around because I might have the time to download the folder, but not to open it and finish organizing it. And then it becomes very difficult for me to remember, well, where exactly did I pop it in? Right? Like, did it go into the design bundle folder? Well, some of them, but I have a lot more. And so one of the easiest way to look for files, right, especially when you're trying to find all of them at once, is to look by the extension file itself. And so I'm going to be looking in my downloads, which is my Tapas folder level that I want to be in. And right in here, I'm actually going to get out of here for a second, where it says search downloads, right? I'm going to come into here, click on it once, and I'm going to start with leading dot. So it's going to be dot, and I'm looking for all of my zip files because I want to unzip them. So I'm going to click on zip, and what it's going to do, it's going to look for anything that is zip folder across all of the subfolders. So instead of me having to go and look into every subfolder, instead, this is just bringing it up that file extension type all at once. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of them at once, and this is how I do it. I'm going to select the very first one. Then I'm going to press down and hold down my shift key on my laptop keyboard, and I'm going to click on the very last one. So what that did, it selected all of the zip files all at once. Now I'm going to right click and go to cut. I'm going to come back to my download folder on the left hand side of the laptop. I'm just going to ignore all this stuff because where I want to move it is right here, right? So I'm going to right click on the folder, and I'm going to click on paste. Now this is telling me that some of it is already the same. That makes sense, right? Because right now my previous command set had selected the identical files, and so all I'm just going to do is tell it to skip. Okay, so what happened is that this search of mine looked across all of these folders, right? It allowed me to see all of my zip files at once and allowed me to move it to one destination that I want to move it in. So here they are, every single one of them. And now I'm ready to unzip them. So you definitely have an option of right click and click on the, hold on a second, I think it's I so rarely unzip it all one by one that I actually forget how to do it by one by one. So you can right click and do the extract all, right? But that's a lot of folders to sit and do right click on every single one of them. Instead, there is this wonderful, absolutely wonderful application, and I do not know if it's available for the Mac users, but it's definitely available for laptop users, and it's called Unzipper, I think, or maybe it's called Zipper. I don't remember which one it is. Unzipper, yep, it is. So it's called Unzipper File Manager, and I will find you a good download link for it. It's free, so you do not need to get the WinZip. So let's go to this application. it's, in my case, already set up to always point it out to the download because I work a lot within that folder, and so that's what I set it up as my main pass. And as you guys can see, right, it had pulled it up everything for me that I have in my download. Now watch this, and this is magical. I'm going to go to my design bundle, and here's all my wonderful zip files, right? So what I'm going to do is, again, select every single one of them all at once. And the way I do it is by clicking the very first one, then scrolling to the bottom, pressing and holding Shift key down on my laptop, click the very last one. Every single one of those folders got highlighted except my INI. I don't want to touch this one. And now I'm going to say extract. And so what that is going to do is extract every single one of the zip files all at once. I always extract it to the same folder where they live. You can certainly create a new subfolder, right, and call it whatever you want to, and you would just manipulate and designate a new path. So I'm gonna, in my case, I'm just gonna click on OK, and it's gonna do its magic. So it's so much faster instead of me right-clicking and highlighting every single folder one by one. So let's finish all of this to unzip. And considering how many files I have in there, that's pretty fast. I think we're like on the wood, less than even a minute. Okay, so I'm done with this application. Now, if you are someone who does not need the zip files, right, you can certainly delete them all at once. I normally keep the zip files as well. The reason I keep it is because I have a lot of storage. I use an external hard drive. It's about 2 TB, space. And maybe when I'm going to start running out of the space, like I'll start deleting the zip files. But, currently that's not the problem for me. So to show you guys, right, here all of the here's all of the unzipped files all at once. And let's go into one of them real quickly. There is something very specific that I'm looking for that I also wanted to talk about. I don't know if, oh yes, okay. So a lot of people ask, right, like what is this file, like what I need it for. So when things get created, sometimes, right, your operating system will have like this sort of a holding place. So where I'm going with this is that you do not need this folder, right? You can certainly delete it. Again, I don't bother deleting it. That's because I will not keep my files, on my laptop. This is an enormous amount of data. This is not the only big folder I have, right? I mean, I have tons and tons of videos and pictures, and so I tend to keep my laptop as clean as possible because too much of a hard drive usage, it will end up in affecting the performance of my machine, which I don't want to do. So to my point is that I don't bother to delete it. If, however, you do need to keep your files on your laptop and you're trying to figure out how to make things easier on your machine, you can definitely get rid of this file. And the easiest way to do it, where you can do it all at once is this. You can also do it manually, but I'm not very good at like remembering the names of everything. You just copy the full name of the file and you come to the folder where all of the extracted files live in. And again, you go to the search field and you type in, or in my case, paste the name of the file, and lo and behold, all of it's face up to you. And so what you can do is mass select it all at once by selecting the very first one, and oops, okay, it's picking up some other things which I do want to keep. So I'm gonna go up a little bit like that. Okay, so that's going to be my very last one, right? So I'm going to select it by pressing the Shift key down. And then I'll just, you can either do right click and delete, or you can press the delete button on your keyboard, whichever one works for you. And that's going to pull it all out from every single one of your folders. Oh my God, okay, it's going a little bit slow. I was hoping it'll go a little bit faster. Okay, I want to keep on going with this tutorial, so I'm just, okay, never mind. I guess I just had to be a little bit more impatient. So I'm gonna go back, and I just wanted to show you, right, if we go back in here, that whatever, temporarily folder or whatever, it's completely gone. Then people have questions about, well, do I need the EEPS file? I know that a lot of files will come. I think it's a .dfe, which is needed for the Silhouette users, for the ones who have unpaid, the free version. So to answer, should I keep it? It really depends. If you're going to be using the software that needs those file extensions, you should probably keep it. But, if you really just need the SVG document, but you don't really care about the, the JPEG file and so on and so forth, you can, get rid of it. I do not advise you to getting rid of the premium license. That you should always keep, just in case. Okay. I also wanted to tell you that if you wanted to see across, like which SVGs you have, or if you have a whole bunch of the folders unzipped, right, like the way I have it right now, again, you can just come back to your search window, you do .svg, and it's going to populate every single SVG for you. And you guys can play with your views to make sure that you can see large icons or extra large icons, because it's an enormous amount of data. Plus, I'm trying to record the video. My laptop is a little bit slow to populate all at once, but it absolutely works. Let me just try to see if I can switch it over to the large icons instead. Might be going a little bit slow for me. Let me demonstrate it in a folder that does not have as many files. So if we're going to come to crafting, I know that I have a couple .svg folders in there. So I'm going to come to the search field, type in .svg, click, and there they are. I'm going to go to my view and change it up, and look it up all the different things that I already have apparently unzipped in there. And by the way, I absolutely love this. This is gorgeous. In any case, I hope this is very helpful. If you guys have any questions or wondering about anything else, just leave me the feedback and I'll be happy to address it. And I will make sure to include the link to the Unzipper file manager. It is wonderful. Have a great day. And let's stop the video.